Let's go into summer movies. We got some summer movies here that we can talk about, and I want to bring them all up and have the audience get involved. Let's talk about some of the summer movies that happen and what some of your favorite ones are. We'll get into them, whether we liked them, didn't like them, some of the ones that you want to talk about. Hashtag Collider Live. Throw it in the YouTube chat and take a look at some of these here, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get into it. The first one that we should...
Are these all different?
These are just from the whole summer. You got August, you got June in there too. There's a lot of different movies in there that you can kind of talk about. So let's talk. Let's hear what Riley, the audience want us to start out with anything.
I was going to talk about Summer Catch as my favorite summer movie.
I don't even know what that is.
Of this year?
No,
we got to talk about
because I wanted a reboot of Summer Catch with Jared as a player, like the player that has Chan at the majors, now he's back, and Freddie Prinze Jr. is a coach.
All right, I'm going to talk about a movie that actually happened this summer.
Don't you tease me with a good idea.
Well, first for a second, I want to start with the audience. Can we start with the audience?
They're better than I am. That's true.
You're going to go next. What does the audience want to start with?
You know what? A lot of solos.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring that up for the obvious reasons.
Well, it didn't start. And there were a lot of people say, and this is the comment still to this. If you're a movie fan and you say this, it drives me bananas. But it still happens every year, and it's just like, May is not the summer. Well, it's not officially the summer.
June 22nd is the first day of summer.
Can we say that?
But in the movie
Infinity
season,
War that started the summer.
That started the summer.
Because everybody has Infinity War.
I'm not agreeing with them. I'm just saying technically.
Dude, I might even April's technically not summer, but Fast and Furious sometimes comes out in April.
Well,
and,
it's been the way that they've been doing it. It's like the appetizer to the summer season. Now, April is when Avengers came out. But remember, Avengers is supposed to hold on.
It's supposed to come out May.
Avengers is supposed to come out May.
No, on the chat, Ready Player One is not a summer movie.
No,
that came out
March.
way too early.
That does not count. So we're gonna start with like I said, Avengers does count for the summer movie season. Yes. Solo is the one they want us to start with. Solo, to me, to cover the same thing, it obviously was in box office very disappointing, the most disappointing Star Wars movie. When I said that on Jedi Council, oh boy, when I made it a prediction, I said that Solo would be the lowest opening of all time for a Star Wars movie, and I said it would make the least amount of money of all time. I got crucified for that thing. But fast forward.
I would never doubt anything that comes out of your mouth about Star Wars.
But I was not rooting for it to do bad. That's the thing. It was the marketing. It was the way the thing. It didn't shape out. And then when you hear more information start to come out, that the fact Lucasfilm really wanted to push this thing out into December. Disney was adamant about it coming out in May, but yet still gave them all the money they needed to do reshoots, but wouldn't give them the money to market it because they didn't want to cross over with Avengers. It was a disaster all the way through. It would have been a lot better if it would have come out in December. I'll tell you that right now. The movie's okay. It's fine. It's not a bad movie. I like the movie. I think it's fine, and I'm looking forward to watching it again on Blu-ray. Jared, how'd you feel about it?
I mean, the movie is just fine, but that was the problem with marketing too. I don't think anybody was excited about it. Nobody was asking for a Solo movie, and so when it came out, people were like, "Yeah, I guess." And here's the thing: it got a lot of bad press even before it came out because they switched directors. There was a lot of reshoots. Nobody really knew what was going on. And then, like you said, I think it's coming off the heels, 6 months after Last Jedi, if that.
It's hard.
Where it was Last Jedi made a shit ton of money, but it also got mixed reviews. Very divisive. So people, I don't think, are ready for another Star Wars movie. I think that's the issue with a lot of these, big film franchises right now. Is they're pushing out a lot of movies, and while yes, technically Solo's not a part of the episodic of Star Wars, it's still a Star Wars movie. To your regular everyday audience goer, they're like, oh, another Star Wars movie?
Yeah, and that was Star Wars really wanting to do the MCU kind of thing, a shared universe. You saw the end of Solo. They introduced a character that could do that and follow that MCU, but MCU really took its time for that.
It didn't take enough time. But again, talking about the MCU, and then we jump into it was still right in the middle of a big fiery push of Avengers, right? Avengers. I've seen that movie so many times. I like it more and more and more every time I like it.
Infinity War?
I loved Infinity War.
Is it your favorite MCU movie?
It is now.
Wow.
It's really good.
Winter Soldier used to be. Winter Soldier was and it was up until about 2 weeks ago still my favorite. I watched it again with my wife to see, and my wife, who is a casual fan, likes the MCU. Only one she doesn't like are the Guardians movies. Other than that, she loves all the MCU. And she loved it. And just watching it and seeing it, and it's that what's going to happen next thing at the very end. It was ballsy, and I really enjoyed it. Makuga, were you Avengers Infinity War fan?
I loved it. It was great. I was a little disappointed that running shot that is in every trailer and everything, where the Hulk is with all of them, doesn't actually exist.
Yeah. I like the tease though.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Pretty cool.
That was a swerve for sure.
That's a bummer. I thought Infinity War, I've seen it probably 3 times now. I saw it twice in the theater, that's the first time I've done that with a movie in a long time because I feel like I needed to go back and see it again because I don't know what they're going to do, and I'm not going to read any of the comics. I never have. So I'm looking forward to that. But
what month was that?
That was at the end of April. Well, it was supposed to come out in May, and they put it out at the end of April.
Which was just such a baller move. I thought they were like, "Hey, by the way, it's going to come out a week earlier."
Yeah, because they could.
And if you're watching in April and then you keep watching it until the end of May, it becomes a summer movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It is.
Okay, so Riley, now what else does the chat want us to talk about here?
You know what? I'm seeing a lot of BlacKkKlansman.
I have my list.
I love
that.
And I love that you're throwing it out there,
now,
chat.
Again, when the movie came out, I was out of town, right? So I didn't have a chance to see the movie. I wanted to see it, but I was going to. You didn't see either, Riley?
No, I haven't seen it.
Everybody missed it. I was going to go yesterday. Roxy, I'm going to go.
It's really good.
I think,
let's hear it.
Holy
Copster
shit!
So why don't you?
It's so good.
Why don't you and Copster talk about it?
Hey, Roxy.
Hey, Copster, how you
like
doing,
this
man?
movie?
What did you guys like? Best Spike Lee movie in a while?
Yeah, Copster, do you love it as much as I did?
It's one of my favorite movies this year.
Wow.
Not just
sure.
the movie itself, but I mean, there's a particular aspect about the movie that I don't even want to get into the specifics, and it just really, really punches you in the gut. Because the movie is played out pretty straight as a comedy and drama at the same time. It borders that line really well, but there's such a great message about this movie, and I think it's a very important one to see. And I'm not a huge Spike Lee fan, so when I saw it, I saw it because the trailer actually looked really good. I love Adam Driver, Denzel's kid. I didn't know that was Denzel's kid until the very end, and it blew me away. It's a really good movie.
Yeah, and I thought what was really interesting about it going into it, I had no idea this was going to be an aspect of it, but as the resident Jew over here, like I had no idea how much that was going to play into it, and that was pretty amazing with Adam Driver's character. I thought it was incredible, and that like from scene to scene I could pick it apart with why each moment was so beautiful and important to be in there and horrifying, and they did such an amazing job with it, and you don't walk away feeling like I hate life. You kind of walk away with like mixed feelings.
Yes, I saw the footage of the real guy, and I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. I was going to see it last night.
Good. You're going to like it, Christian.
All right, so now moving on, another movie that came out that I didn't like it when I saw it in the theater. Wife watched it on Blu-ray the other day. Still think it's below average at best, maybe average. It's Life of the Party, the Melissa McCarthy thing. It's one of the better movies that her and Ben Falcone have done together, but still nothing too great. Deadpool 2 I thought was fine.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I liked it.
I didn't love it.
I liked it. I loved the first one.
I really
liked
it.
I liked it
a lot.
I loved Deadpool 2.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I think I may like Deadpool 2 more than
Really?
the first one.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
wondering,
amazing.
on the second viewing for me, it started to get a lot better.
All right, so I need to see it again.
For the first
Have you
over the
only
first
seen it
one.
once?
I've only seen it once.
I've only seen it once too.
I do want to see it again. I remember seeing. I liked it. I think I was so.
Did you like Ant-Man better?
The second Ant-Man? No, I liked the first Ant-Man better.
No, did you like Ant-Man and the Wasp
Deadpool
better
2.
than Deadpool 2?
I think I did. Even though I didn't love Ant-Man and the Wasp, I just think as far as I like the continuation of a story. I like the and overall of what's happening because I think Deadpool 2 there was some great stuff that happened in it, but I don't necessarily know. I mean, if a third one comes out, I definitely want to see it. I don't need one. I want to see what happens next at the end of after what goes down in the post credits with Ant-Man. I need to know what happens. It's part of the story that I'm already invested in this long television story. So
I loved. Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man, is in my top 3 Marvel movies.
Which is great because you have to wear a tutu because of it.
Yeah, I know. I love Ant-Man, and I really enjoyed Ant-Man and the Wasp. But we've talked about this before. The practicality in my brain as I watch these movies, as I get older, it's like you can't put a building that size on loose soil. It will literally fall into the ground.
Right.
I think that's where my stupid head goes.
Wow, I don't think that.
I did that though too sometimes.
But I enjoyed the movie a lot, and I thought it was a great follow-up to Ant-Man. And that is, I love Paul Rudd and I love Evangeline Lilly and Michael Douglas in those parts.
I had my problems with the second Ant-Man because I thought I had the same problems that I had with the second Guardians, is where I thought sometimes they went for the joke too much and not enough of the developing of the stories. And I thought sometimes they actually went against a lot of the rules that they set up in the first one. Still enjoyed the movie very much.
Yeah, I agree.
The post-credits.
I think some of the comedy overcompensates for the drama and compromises it.
Can we talk about a couple of the indies that came out that were so good? Here are my top 4 indies of the summer because I absolutely love these. Not enough people saw my number 1 of the summer, not just indie in general, I think, Miseducation of Cameron Post. Did anybody see it?
No.
Chloe Grace Moretz. It was so fucking good. Yeah. But they're making what is like very similar to this with that guy that was in the movie with Casey Affleck about the ocean. What's the kid's name? He also was
Manchester
in
by the Sea?
Yeah, Manchester by the Sea, the redheaded kid.
Oh, yeah. He was also in Lady Bird.
That guy is in a movie that's going to be bigger with the exact same storyline. Okay. This one just got like swept under the rug. Yeah. Chloe Grace Moretz is a star. She is like Oscar bound for sure.
Tell me the name of it again.
Miseducation of Cameron Post. Okay. And it was unbelievable. I have no idea why nobody's talking about it. It came out around the same, a little bit after 8th grade, and it was in a similar vein.
People like the 8th grade.
And so 8th grade is also on my list. 8th grade was amazing, but I thought this film was a little bit stronger. It was really good.
Smaller movie also that I think is not talked about enough is Tully.
Tully's one of my 4. Tully's one of my 4.
I like Tully.
That movie's wild, but
I've heard it's great. I want to rent that tonight.
Jason Reitman.
It's out there now.
Love
Charlize Theron is in it, and Ron Livingston, and
that movie's weird.
It's weird, but it's
so good.
But it's a good weird. It's clever. It's funny. It's touching. I like.
Isn't it Diablo Cody writing it again? From She Wrote Juno?
Well, they have that relationship. Her and
then my last one on here is Whitney. Did anybody see Whitney?
No, tell me about that one.
No. Whitney, the Whitney Houston.
The doc.
And if you're a Whitney fan, or even if you're not, like you cannot watch this and not hysterically cry, and just like the music alone in it, it's so good.
Well, is that one different than the Whitney Can I Be Me, the HBO documentary?
I think so. It's almost theatrical.
Yeah, different.
Yes, because the docs have kind of made a strong. The other one is Won't You Be My Neighbor? Like that one.
Which I haven't seen, but I hear it's amazing.
That's one of my favorites.
That one's going to win. That's going to win the Oscar, I think.
Really?
Can I bring up one in the chat that everybody's talking about?
Sure.
My horror loving
what do you got?
self. Hereditary.
Yeah.
I didn't see that yet.
I know McCool.
I still haven't seen it.
No.
Oh, you did see
it?
He made him. They made him see it for Wangers. They took him to save the Wangers. Yeah.
Did you leave with the
play the music while he's talking about it? So I want to have. Wait, McCougar, before you start talking about Hereditary, because I want to hear it. They're gonna just do some. Okay, go ahead, please.
Oh God,
so fucking good.
Guys,
you got it. You got to tell the story. Come on.
All right, so they made
Can we turn the lights off?
The Wangers were cool enough to buy me a movie ticket and make me drive while they recorded me to and from the theater. In Beardo's car, which the brakes don't work. It's very scary.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got into the movie, and I forget that I'm going to see these movies. I'm like, oh, this will be fun, and then I'm like, wait a minute, no, I don't like this. This is terrible. This is. So I get in there,
this
and
sounds
about
uplifting.
40 minutes into the movie, I turned to Beardo, and I'd already screamed, and there was only 8 people in the theater, and I've been screaming already.
Hey, Beardo, what did the scream sound like? Do you know? Okay, good. Okay, all right. Perfect.
This is me. They put a mic on me to.
That's actually it.
To it. This is me during Hereditary.
That's amazing.
So we're leaving, and there are these 2 like teenage girls. They couldn't have been more than 16. Or walking out, and the one girl goes, "Are you okay?"
Oh my God!
It's really good. Jared, did you like the film?
I liked it. I didn't love it.
I heard mixed things.
I mean, it's for like you said. Did you find it scary? Like for you,
he finds everything scary.
Yeah, that's true. So it's a bad one, but like it's definitely a slow build.
It's unsettling.
It's very unsettling.
It's not scary, but it's.
Wait, Cops
I find it scary.
Cops,
it's
creepy.
Cops, you loved it?
Oh, I loved it. Hail Payman. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah, Hail Payman.
Okay.
It's just like and I understand where you're going with this, but I just felt like the last 30 minutes were great. Like that was definitely the scariest part of the film, but like the ending is definitely.
Shocking.
Yeah,
it's shocking.
I want to see it, so don't spoil.
But almost, I'm not spoiling it.
All right.
So that's why.
I haven't seen it.
But like, it's definitely a slow build.
And I missed a lot. There's a lot of shit going on.
And it's really a story of loss. It really is. Like, yes, it is a horror movie and a script movie, but it is a story of loss and how a family deals with it.
We had Alex Wolff in here kind of talking about it, and he did some other stuff. But look, there was some good stuff. There were some disappointing things. I liked Christopher Robin. I didn't love it. There was some duty. I thought Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom was duty. I thought. I mean, I know you guys.
Duty.
I know you guys.
I liked it.
I know you guys are best friends here, Jared. But The Spy Who Dumped Me, I thought was duty. And
no comment.
No comment. And I will say that. But Jurassic World, jumping into Jurassic World, I thought the first half of the movie was great.
Yeah,
I really did. That opening scene, I'm like, all right,
dude. The first 10 minutes,
yeah,
I was like, holy shit,
we're back. And then they turned it into this ridiculous sci-fi. I know that the Jurassic World in general is sci-fi, I get it, but I mean, like it just went over the top sci-fi.
It took a
silly.
leap.
Yeah,
it really did.
Other great ones where we haven't talked about, which we've talked about to death on the show, but not right now. Mission Impossible was amazing.
Yeah.
Was it great?
Incredibles 2.
I thought it was good.
Which I thought was really good. Crazy Rich Asians, which
oh yeah, that was
really
Crazy
strong.
Rich Asians was another one that.
Do we count Blockers as summer? As April?
No.
Okay.
Because that one came out.
It's great, though.
Are you kidding me? We've talked about this. April is not summer.
You
Mr.
said
Mr.
that if you watch it into
Yeah.
May, it's the summer.
Being the internet.
Mr. McCougar, where should she go?
Sleeping all the way.
Thank you.
Upgrade is getting a lot of love here.
Upgrade.
Up-
What
Upgrade.
year? What month did that go? What month did that come out?
June.
June. Okay.
I think, right? I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I have a lot to catch up on.
I
I'll tell
missed
you
that one.
I know. Well, Beardo, you loved Upgrade, right?
Came out in May.
May.
You gotta
Beardo,
turn on your mic, Brian.
Beardo,
No,
did you?
It was terrible.
Oh, why'd you?
What
hate it
was
so much?
better, Roka's set at Comic-Con or Upgrade?
They're both garbage.
Oh man,
Garbage people.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get into that because at one point we're gonna
that
have
me?
No, Roka.
No,
was
that-
that you? The garbage people.
Garbage people.
Roxy, stop saying
That's
that.
definitely you.
But
Stop
when
it,
did I
Roxy.
say that?
Oh,
I can't believe
You
called
said
them that.
garbage people.
Oh, Roxy. Is
Roxy,
there something
how
we have?
dare
Roxy,
you.
come on
Roxy.
now. Don't be
All right,
rude.
so let me ask you. So let me.
Ryan Satin just unfollowed
Hey,
Roxy.
Beardo, ready? So Roxy asked him, "What do you think about people that like wrestling?"
Garbage people.
Okay, what do you think
why
about?
would you say
What about?
that, Roxy?
What about people who watch The Bachelor?
Oh, come on, Roxy.
I already told you I can't
On
fart.
the air.
It's
Yeah,
just
that
me
wasn't
to
her.
make
Roxy
fun of
bent
me.
over.
Jesus.
All right, perfect. So, all right, we got a lot. I mean, there's a lot that we talked about.
So glad you got that.
I'll tell you what my favorite summer movie right next to in Infinity War is
I'm
The
with you.
Incredibles 2.
Yes.
I said
all
Incredibles
across
too.
the board.
I liked it better than
Yeah,
the
I
first
know you
Incredibles,
did.
and I love the first Incredibles. Incredibles 2, I
So good.
loved, and I think it was also because I took my daughter to the premiere. We had a really nice night, and like she really enjoyed it. But watching that movie, I mean, it was emotional. I loved that film.
Me
I forgot
too.
how much I loved that film until I saw it. I loved it.
How did you do at the box
Until I
office?
mentioned it.
Great.
Crushed.
Really? Crushed it?
Crushed.
Oh, okay.
Can you guys bring that up as the box office for Incredibles 2?
Worldwide, it's over $1 billion.
Oh yeah, it annihilated.
Domestic, it might even be like
If-
700.
You know what's
Oh,
sad?
I thought-
it's sad none of us are mentioning Sicario because I thought that was going to be one.
Oh,
this
yeah, it's
summer.
killing. Holy shit.
Yeah, like 1.1 billion.
What did the first one make?
Yeah,
Pocket
let's see what the
change.
first one made. But 1.1.
No, the first one killed, didn't it?
It did, but
Yeah.
remember the first
I
one was
think it did.
2004.
Oh, gotcha, never
This is
mind.
14 years later.
The
Tag. I thought that was funny.
I didn't.
Tag.
Yes,
Tag,
That was
yeah,
funny.
little John
Awesome.
Hamm.
I liked it.
Was Tag
Oh,
good?
yeah.
I don't know why
I thought it
this
was really
is
funny.
my universal sign of tagging.
No, look, first one only
Tag,
did.
you're it.
Jared, the first one did 633 worldwide. The first Incredibles, yeah.
Holy crap. Well, I mean, like you said, 14 years
14
ago.
years.
Almost double.
It's at 14 years later, and
That's
the thing
incredible.
is, too. Come on, Peter, you don't give him the fucking drum.
Movie not worth
No,
your
that's not
time.
worth the drum.
Damsel not
Yeah.
worth your time. On Chesil Beach not worth your time.
Chesil Beach.
What are we
That's
missing?
They
We
called
missed-
me in the summertime, old Chesil Beach over here.
Oh, don't worry, you won't get far on foot. Not worth your time.
Well, Riley, what else? Is there anything else they want us to talk about? or-
Yeah, I'm looking. We've covered most of them.
Yeah.
Crazy Rich Asians. Oh, Ocean's 8. I've seen a lot of Ocean's 8.
I thought Ocean's 8 was and Drew, what was Uncle Drew? It was, I think Uncle Drew, for what it was, for if you like those commercials, was fun.
Did anybody actually see Gotti?
No.
Okay.
But no, the other. Ocean's 8. Ocean's 8 to
Ocean's
me, I thought it was fine. I enjoyed watching it. I think, you know what, I haven't been. I think when I tweeted something out about the summer, and I said, and I take back in the fact that I think I said it was one of the worst summers in recent memory, because it's not. All the stuff that we're talking about, it's actually got decent movies. Just nothing. The only things that really blew me away, the big blockbuster movies, were the Avengers and Incredibles 2.
I was actually reading an article, I think that you guys posted, was on Collider.com, that I think ticket sales are up 14% this summer than they were last year.
Yeah, makes sense.
Christian, I thought you loved Emma. I know.
I liked it. I liked the other two a lot better.
Same.
The previous two, I thought.
Wow.
I thought the action in this movie, the most recent movie, was like maybe some of the best that they've done. I didn't think it was as clever as the previous two. I thought the previous two had a much better
This
story
one
device.
focused way more on action than it did
It did.
actual plot
It
story.
did, and that's fine. And I thought that they delivered on that. I thought it was a good. I thought it was the perfect,
was awesome.
perfect definition of what you want from going to the theater, though.
I'll say this.
I
though.
agree.
The
Yeah.
first three don't even sniff how good the last three.
No,
are.
4, 5, and 6 are.
Yeah. Well, they did. Mission Impossible essentially did what Fast and Furious did.
Yeah.
And they kind of they spun it because Fast and Furious was essentially just a Point Break ripoff, and then they said let's go over the top. I think it was number 5 that really started, maybe 4.
No, Ghost Protocol I think was the first one. That
No,
was
for Fast and Furious.
Oh,
Fast and Furious was number 4. I think was when they started to say this is what we're about to do, and then 5 was the one with the safe, and they kicked it into gear, and it just it's almost become like a superhero movie. But they've embraced that, and they've kind of gone all in. And I think really Mission Impossible 3 was like the new gateway to where J.J. Abrams said, well, we're going to get away from that John Woo thing because that was a fart bomb. That could have killed the entire franchise, but it didn't. J.J. kind of balanced it, and then they took it from Protocol on, and then it just elevated.
Do we have revisionist history about Mission Impossible 2, though? Because you got to also put yourself back into the time
you like
of
this
2.
movie.
It's my guilty pleasure movie.
Stinks.
But it does stink. I'm not going to lie. It's a guilty pleasure movie. When I watch it now, but back in 2000, when like those movies were, it was made for the time, man. I'm telling you, that movie did really well at the box office.
Yeah, because the first one was in Tom Cruise in 2000.
You're right. It was the one that held the box office record for biggest opening until Fallout.
I think back in 2000, people really dug that and that John Woo, that slow motion. That was when
Lots
like
of dubs.
Matrix
But
slow motion.
bring up the Rotten Tomato score on that one.
Oh, it's gonna be shit.
I mean, it stinks.
Yeah.
Also,
I
too-
bet it's higher. I bet it's higher than
what?
40%.
Well, all right, let's take a guess. Don't look yet. So what do you say? Higher or over under 40%?
On MI2?
I'm going to say over.
You're going to go over.
Over.
Over?
Yeah, over.
I'm going to go under.
All right, here we go.
I'm going to go under.
No.
57.
All right,
Oh, I should have said 50%.
You know what?